Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. As usual, we will get a rune and then a runic tarot card for clarity and another rune of clarity for each position in your rune reading for the week, followed by an oracle card of clarity at the very end. This week, we're using the Dragon Path Oracle deck, so stay tuned for that here, Virgo, as we get into your rune reading. In your energetic past, right away, we have Hagalaz. Probably one of the better positions to have this in your energetic past, which is this one here, and this is an irreversible rune, as you can see. This is an unintended eventuality, like a natural disaster would be, like a hail storm or a volcano or something like that, or a house repair or a home repair. It's not an if, it's a when. Not something that we necessarily want to happen, but that could happen, or maybe likely to happen in our lives. Looking at these as things that are happening for us rather than to us are great opportunities and exercises that we can implement into our lives. So this is a blessing or challenge here with this in your energetic past. Here, take this how it resonates, leave what doesn't. And your card of clarity for it is the Two of Wands. Maybe some indecisiveness, maybe pausing before needing to make a decision, or maybe making a wrong decision here. I was here in clarifying rune needing to be durable, strong, flexible, knowing that the choice, whatever this is going to probably lead to Hagalaz either way. That's a possibility too, but needing to be flexible, strong, and durable, like this rune would suggest here. So again, take what resonates here, leave what doesn't here as we get along in your rune reading, Virgo. And your energetic now is the rune of Laguz. This is the divine feminine's rune in the sense of it's like intuitive and emotional grounding and healing, and divine flow energy, being able to nurture, and then intuitive, primordial, life-giving, nurturing ability, like water. And this is the rune that does mean water. It means lake, it means flow, it means like dousing with water. So you could be near a body of water right now, or needing to be near a body of water right now, or to see a body of water, or maybe doing ceremony with water, scrying even for some clarity. Look at this, Three of Wands energy. You go from Two of Wands to Three of Wands for that clarity. So you're progressing here. You're progressing for that clarity, for showing up, for embarking on this new journey, for healing the container, that beautiful divine feminine healing where it looks like you're kind of stepping into some of that. Let's see, rune of clarity. Yeah, the divine connection kind of leading the way for the Three of Wands clarity, Ansu's clarity, and Laguz there for your energetic now. This is not bad energy to be in. Just more of that divine receptive kind of communication, just making sure our communication's more balanced. Are you open and receptive to changing your mind? Other forms of communication, even like spirit numbers, spirit animals, take what resonates. Beautiful energies. You got divine feminine and divine masculine, both showing up in your reading here. So that's a good, beautiful aspects of balance there, Virgo. The God Ing's rune, Ingwas, here in your energetic near future. This is a lot more of that stability, an irreversible rune, where this is that knowing in a very stable manner of that seed is planted in very fertile soil, so it will root when it needs to. It will grow up out of the soil when it needs to. It will flower and bear fruit when it needs to. And like that whole lesson in divine timing and holding that container and that space, and that stability, here, like that ego kind of healing energy, hence like the divine masculine kind of healing energy here. But the presence, this grounded presence of yourself, of showing up for your life here is what I'm seeing in your near future. This is beautiful. What am I seeing here for the clarity is the Four of Cups. Okay, so still maybe getting a lot more of the information before you make a decision. Maybe not just often flight of fancy kind of energies, but you're very much happy or content with maybe just being where you are, or maybe just indifferent to new energies because you are feeling just like working on yourself here, and healing more of your own container than to be distracted by other emotional investments in your life. This is the Rune of Fehu to clarify as well. So pulling in abundance, yeah. You're really changing, shifting aspects still of your what abundance means to you in your near future, which is beautiful still. Calling it in more rather than being distracted outwardly by it. This is like a whole, I see you just like transforming yourself into more layers of being present and different perspectives of scenarios as they play out in your life with what presence means with you. This is very interesting, Virgo. There's very, very detailed aspects to look at within your life. Rune of your energetic influence is an Iwaz. Iwaz here is that U branch. It's that flexibility, durability, toughness. Yeah, needing to be flexible, needing to balance out the information between the head and the heart, needing to receive the new information and respond accordingly. This is clarified with the Lover's card reverse, so some maybe opinions or projection type of energy, or maybe some wounding kind of energy, an echo of that might be come up and tested your strength and attachments to things with your matters of your heart, matters of your emotional fulfillment, what that looks like to you. I can see that's probably why you're adjusting a lot more of your divine feminine and masculine balance and your sense of abundance here. Why you're focusing so much on that communication and that cooperation energy right now. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so influence here with how is this in flow? How is this, divine step with flow? Are you leaving behind some unhealthy person in your life? Looks like you might be leaving behind that unhealthy person. That makes sense why you have the Four of Cups over here in your future, because you're still going to be healing that aspect of yourself. But good news is you are stepping away from that energy and like looking for that emotional fulfillment and finding a lot of it within yourself, but looking for a lot more of that emotional fulfillment in your presence, and being present and grounded, and finding a lot of that in yourself, but finding out it's not in them. You're just taking that into healthier directions here, Virgo. So what's your advice for the now? This is interesting here for you. Yeah, okay. Change what abundance means to you. What does abundance mean to you? So when I was first talking about it over here, shift it into what it ought to be, and you will kind of secure that and loop it back onto itself and gain your more stable and fertile soil here in the future. Fehu, that rune of cattle, rune of abundance, calling in your abundance, right, and in a grounded way, rather than reaching out for it and taking yourself from your presence or your divinely guided path here, and getting yourself all distracted. Rather, your advice here is to stay grounded and pull in your abundance from all these directions, right? Rather than not being present. The Star, yeah, you're working on healing some aspects of self. Yeah, going within, fighting those inner beasts within ourselves, but definitely going back to the inner well to recharge. Yeah, you're you're kind of like having this inner battle with yourself, but this is kind of in a fun way too, because you're realizing that this is strengthening yourself. Um, this is Wunjo, your clan flag of success after trial. So just know that whatever you're doing, you're going to be successful in. Have fun with this, right? Greet it with a smile on your face. You don't have to be angry at it or anything like that. Don't have to project. Just be present with these energies. Stay grounded. And yeah, work on that shifting of and conquering that inner demon, so for lack of a better term there, and recharging yourself and shifting that aspect of abundance and kind of reinventing yourself from the inward outward. You're not the only one to get this in your outcome here, Virgo. This is Evas. This is the horse rune. This is the rune of pilgrimage, an energetic source that's proven itself to you time and time again throughout your life, like man's best friend, the horse. Yeah, so that could be somebody else. It could be a relationship with yourself, a relationship with your divine source. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But this is that energetic source that it's like a reciprocative kind of leading and being led kind of energy. On that spiritual recharge is what you're going to be feeling, I think, in the outcome of this all. Like this has been a big journey and a pilgrimage in that sort of sense in your life. Like you're overcoming some major, like invisible hurdles. Like they're not seen necessarily to people outside you, but to you, these are like huge victories for you. That makes sense. Judgment card, clarifying your outcome, answering the call, answering your call. Yeah, this has Ingwas all over it here too. So yeah, very much fertilizing your soil, answering the call, showing up for yourself, and like being like showing up for your own inner convictions, like Virgo, answering your own inner call. And I mean, I can't explain this any better than that. I mean, this is beautiful energy. Let me know in the comments below how this resonates here for you. This is awesome. I love this here for you. Manas, to clarify, is your final rune here. This is that clarity of where you stand in the world, where you stand with yourself, your identities, attachments, labels, outcomes, paradigms, beliefs, patterns. Manas here, the root of mankind, with Ewas here, is this kind of a sense of knowing that we're in this together, and we're answering this call together, and you're kind of like in this collective kind of this energy together, and you're kind of drawing that strength and camaraderie and support with a lot of that too, Virgo. Knowing that you're not alone, and you can be in full and like face these things together, and really work on our senses of abundance and stability and our attachments and the ways that we lead, and the ways that we allow ourselves to be led, what we accept and what we allow, what we identify with, right? Beautiful stuff. Okay, so Dragon's Path Oracle card for the card of clarity. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for Virgo's divinely guided rune reading here for this week from the Dragon Path Oracle deck. Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity do you have for Virgo? What one card do you have for Virgo? One card, please. One card. What one card do you have for Virgo, please, Divine? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All of these are so beautiful. These cards are just awesome. This is the card of Gaia. The number is 31, and I will read about this card as soon as I find the page. So Gaia, what a beautiful card. Yeah, as soon as I find it. Wait, it skips for me. Alright, this card again says, have the courage to stand up for what you believe in your heart to be true. The dragon Gaia is the earth keeper and carries Gaia's ancient knowledge deep within her. She is one of the oldest dragons yet to come to earth. I am the etheric body of your planet. I urge you to protect her and all who dwell upon her. I will guide you into restoring balance. What is done cannot be undone, and alas, some things are gone forever. Have courage to stand up for what you believe in with your heart to be true, and I will stand with you. You can be that change. Call upon her for support when you're working on a new project and need to anchor its energy fully. You can invoke her wisdom when any form of group work is taking place to anchor the collective vibration to the planet. Big collective energy. Yeah, I got a lot of collective energy with this rune reading here too. Make use of her grounding energy, is what this continues to say. She is also here now to help ground the frequencies of the fifth dimension above, which are coming into our consciousness. She will guide us when we are ready to reignite the light of Earth's grids. The deep healing this invokes will help Gaia and us as humans to build peace on Earth and a future that is sustainable. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.